shoot for the moon, because if you miss your target, you land among the stars. Loyalty ranks, cashback. This is the first week report. Let's talk about numbers. Pay to trade model. Does it work or does it not work? This is where the number is insane. 100,000 Swiss francs for Bitcoin. It's an all-time high. Yesterday went crazy.
Pow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, pow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay.
Pow wow, yo, yippee yay, guys. Pile number 40, and I'm super excited to be with you guys. In this special episode today, we're going to talk about Pumptober. How far and how high are we going to go within this beautiful bull run? We're going to talk about what's the Borg, what does have happened in September, and what we could wish for October. We're going to talk about as well the SwissBorg network with great investment opportunities right now with Kyros, as alpha deal, and more. And of course, answer all the questions that you have on top of your mind. As you guys know, my name is Cyrus. I'm the proud founder and CEO of SwissBorg, always here to serve you. So, recap of September, what did you miss? Let's start with a fantastic video. Shout out to Dan the man. Pow wow, yo, yippee yay, guys. And shout out to Cyrus as well. As always, guys, be healthy, be wealthy. Our BORG getting pretty. Be healthy. Lower BORG. Anthony as well. Be healthy. Last week. Crazy. Lower BORG. Be healthy. Lower BORG. Iniquity. Take care, guys. Much love. Again, shout out to Dan the man. This was really awesome. And as well, of course, the music by Cyrus. Go check him out. He's actually a very, very good DJ from the Swiss German part. And you could follow his music. That's actually on Spotify and ever different things. So it's SEREX. Great DJ there. And great Borger too. Well, obviously the Borg, this is just the beginning. It took a flight direction to the moon, Mars, or wherever you want to go. But out of space, we know that orbit is where we are facing, and shoot for the moon, because if you miss your target, you land among the stars. So road to $10. This is fantastic, obviously. But not only, and this is something that's very important, the ecosystem pump, which goes very well. Why do you think this whole move together? Essentially is that obviously there's, enthusiasm about the SwissBorg network, but not only, because the Borg is essentially listed versus XBorg versus Borg and all these different things. So what happens is that even if when you, like, for example, trade Borg, you're buying it or selling it, you essentially are buying XBorg and selling, or buying and Borg and selling as well. So it's creating volume. Volume creates velocity. Velocity essentially pumps tokens, because it doesn't single out. You think it sums it out, but no, volume actually brings, especially real volume, which in this case it is, it essentially brings activity. Activity brings eventually long time buyers as well. So I'm really glad that, the pump on essentially 100% pretty much, right, as done on XBorg. And Borgy much more than that, right? So so this is really good. We've seen the tokens ecosystem are growing, GNET as well. So really glad to that. Obviously, step back on this month was fantastic. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Both versions. We'll do a better one for the French time, because I know there was some glitches, but overall I think it was a great performance, and thank you again for this. Obviously, everything was about loyalties, ranks, cashback, and pay to trade, right? This is really the big campaign that has been showing that SwissBorg is taking this right direction to put, again, Borg in the heart of our ecosystem. But we've done a lot of things too during the September. 25 tokens that have been added, a lot of great ones, which is fantastic. We have had as well the hub, which was a sold out as well. Great deal there. And as well, I want to shout outs to the fantastic comments of last week. Vince A99, the cashback to pay to trade, it will be insane. 100% back you on that. Borg is pumping when all other coins are in red. Wow. Extremely proud to have my song We Are Borg as an intro to the amazing Pow Wow. After such great weeks of keynotes, as cashback launch, I say, let's go Borg fam. our time is now. Loyalty ranks cashback. This is the first week report. Let's talk about numbers. These numbers is exactly the fundamental value that could remain within the Borg and why the Borg is going extremely well. So if you looked at our former business model, which was premium tiers, we had 55,000 almost total on the app, which is great out of 155,000 token holders, so more than 1/3. Within that, we had roughly a fair amount that was locked into these premiums, and we introduced as well the stake premium, right? So it was 23% and 13%. So a total of a little bit less than 36%, right? 356 million, which was nice. And that was happening last week. Already as of this week, we could say one thing. We have increased this over 15 million, which is a very nice number. 50 million, that's 1.5% of the total supply of SwissBorg tokens, a little bit more than that, that actually is locked in these programs, and only actually 37,000 people are playing the game, right, that are really staking and have essentially a rank within the SwissBorg app. So this is a very encouraging sign, and let's dig more into what are people doing? Are they upgrading? Are they downgrading? Are they doing nothing? What has been essentially the things? What have you guys done, by the way? Have you upgraded to the new? Have you stayed on the same rank? What are you guys doing? So let me now talk numbers. So for those who are like, for example, explorers that went to bronze, or from community to silver, pioneer to gold, and all you got. We've had a lot of people that were from Genesis and Generation that have successfully upgraded to Platinum or to Diamond or even to Elite, right? This is really good to see. There's some that have not upgraded yet, and there's a few amount of people lowered. If you look at the total of people that actually upgraded at least one rank or more, it's 6,000 total, which is fantastic. People have not upgraded yet, maybe because they don't realize the value, or maybe they haven't opened the app, or maybe because they're trying to figure out what to do, is roughly 29,000. And we have rightfully today essentially 18,000 that have not lowered, because essentially it's more people that essentially were in Explorer at 500 tokens locked, and now they don't get to Borg yet, right? So that's pretty much what it is. So if you look at people now that have upgraded at least more than their rank. So let's say you are, for example, earlier you're at Genesis, right? And you don't want to go to Diamond. You don't want to put just 10,000 for 50,000 to 60,000. You want actually to go to Elite, to 100,000. In this case, we have had actually 1,558 people that have accumulated 7.8 million Borg actually to essentially upgrade. And this is a lot of buy power that went there. And we have only 158 that actually downgraded. They're like, okay, we want to, we're not that excited about that. We have added therefore 5.5 million of total Borg stake there, which is fantastic. Very got excited about that one. And this is really great. A lot of people that are downgraded is people that we waked up with a strong campaign, and some people just wanted to get out of crypto, I think so. So there's a very small amount of people. So if you look at it, it's roughly 90% have upgraded at least, and only 10% have downgraded, which is fantastic. So how will this enable us to get to over 50% of Borg staked? Right, that was the mission. What we said in our last keynote is how we get there. Is it possible or not with the current users? It is. And this is the great news. This is the very strong great news, is that actually if people do upgrade, so we see that right now there is a total 6,000 that have upgraded at least once, one rank, and then there is 1,500 that actually upgraded at least 2 ranks or more. If people actually upgrade just 1 rank, we could have a total of 154 million Borg locked completely, which would bring us from 37% to a nice comfortable situation of 520 million, right? 52% of total Borg locked, just with the current users we have. And what that means is that we would need to have the 18,000 people that play the game, that have not played the game yet, and essentially as well the people that are in, for example, right now standard, or we're back in the days we're in let's say Explorer, that they upgrade to bronze, for example. So this is really where this could be a massive game changer, and I couldn't be more excited than showing that this is possible. Now let's talk about cashback collected. The pay to trade model, does it work or does it not work? Well, I could proudly say that within only 6 days, not a week, right? We missed the Monday, right, which is a huge trading day. We have collected 338,000, 290,000 that comes from will be total USDC, and 48 actually in Borg. Why does Borg? Is that, well, Borg was a very much traded token last week, and essentially when you sell Borg, we're collecting Borg in the token, so we're not essentially selling it back. So it's going to be a mixed 290,000 that will go to the buyback program, and 48,000 that will go not into the buyback, but it'll go actually into the cashback though. So we'll have a total of 338,000 that would be going towards you guys, which is a fantastic number. We talked about the 250K. If we have that extra day, we'll definitely get to there, which is nice. And this means standard people are going to get 12K, bronze people are going to get 27K, 27K as well going to silver, 69,000, nice number, going to gold, 27,000 to platinum, 80,000 to diamond, and of course the elites get 90% cash back. We'll have a beautiful reward of 94,000, which is really a high number. When you think about that, the number of elites that we have today is actually not in this presentation, unfortunately. Yes, it is. 600 users were actually going to get these 95,000, which is fantastic. That's a huge amount of essentially Borg that's going to be distributed to these wonderful people, and of course the other tiers too. As well, which is very important, the first week report, more Borg holders are coming. You'll get the pay to travel, the pay to trade. Everything is going to be on essentially our blog, like always. We'll have first deliveries are going to happen October 20th. Yeah, you have 30,000 people that are going to be getting Borg, which is fantastic. And there is actually, this is where the number is insane, 9,320 people, new holders. Look, it took us a year, one entire year to get 10,000 Borgers. It took us 1 week to do that same thing. Now we convert these new people that are not, by the way, on what we said just earlier, they're not there. Even if we convert just a third of them, which we've done, right, in the past, we convert now 3,000 people within just that week. It's just insane. These 3,000, they could go from bronze to elite. This will bring a huge amount of new people staking Borg, and essentially getting to the pay to trade and creating this virtuous circle, which is fantastic. This is very nice. So that's why we'll grow from 160,000 to over 200,000 for the year end for sure, and probably get much better than that. Ooh, looks like my battery's lowering. Borg activation campaign. I really want to thank Benji and the other guys for doing this. We've emailed 84,000 people and we gave them bronze for 2 weeks. They were just users that were not using the app anymore. And what happened is that the 36 people actually opened the email. So 30,000 people, 2,000 traded, 500 people deposited, which is great. There's more than $1 million that was deposited. Fee generated was great too. Net Borg volume as well. This is a really good initiation campaign, and this is exactly what we're doing at SwissBorg right now. Is really trying to figure out with the data, trying to reactivate users, show them how our model is better and all that. And this is definitely a good way to bring back a lot of Borgers into the race. Talk about the race. Flex your rank. You'll have to generate your free your PFP that enable you to show your rank, what you are. You just have to show it. The link is in this video. Make it happen. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And again, sorry, there you go. It's custom rank picture. Just scan it right here. It's even better. Say which rank you are and then flex it to whoever you want, which is really cool thing. I'm gonna put it on my LinkedIn and my X as well, and I'm really glad to be there. Let's talk about the numbers quickly. Obviously, 100,000 Swiss franc for Bitcoin is their all-time high. Yesterday went crazy. Obviously, the Japanese prime minister is going to be a woman. She's very good favorable to crypto, favorable to the markets, want to really push the markets, the industry as well. So this was a great rally on Sunday, if you guys notice it. numbers are looking not too bad in the US. Let's just go over this. But let's now talk about M2 is happening. As you guys know, this is what is injection of liquidity, and it's just happening. The markets are, what I like very much about these markets is that you have like huge inflows coming from these ETFs. From like the yesterday was one of the biggest inflows of all time. I think it was $1 billion that went into Bitcoin just yesterday. The good thing is that it's pumping, but then it's going back. But we're not having just that, but we're going in these very head and shoulders pattern, right? The head and shoulder pattern is that the shoulder starts here, goes to your head, and then it goes back to another shoulder. But it's very, how do you say it? It's like if you get too excited with your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, you know, you should always go not too excited. Like it has to take some time for the preliminary, second phase, third phase, whatever those is. It's the same with the market. If it goes too high, it will fall too low, right? So this is very, 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 very much healthy, especially in this territory that is some way a bit of weird economic outlook, but it's always a weird economic outlook, to be honest. That's what I feel. And what we know is BTC balance on exchange has fallen to the lowest level since 6 years. This is very bullish. I'm laughing, but this is crazy bullish. That means that there's just no more supply. It's no more supply. People need their Bitcoins. And there's 60 million millionaires, and there's only, 18 million or even 17 million left of Bitcoins. So that means what it means, right? So things are going to go much faster and much higher than most probably people we feel. Obviously, current price is trading between 124 and 126. The next resistance will be again 126. It will break sooner or later. But let's talk about the most important one. Right now we're in this freeload, and I believe that the support, the resistance is not really 70 cents. For me, it's $1. There is some technical things like 70 cents, but I don't see it coming. It really is the $1 one. Obviously, that's it's the beautiful price of celebrating to get to 1 billion market cap. So that will be probably one, but I don't see anything happening. There's a huge amount of support, as you guys noticed, and the cashback. And the buybacks have not even started. Everything is green, you know what I mean? Besides some fake BNB tokens. My lovely coin, MLC is going to be a really nice one. It's about building essentially the green territory around the world. I actually met one of the team members in Cannes, so shout out to him. I just realized this while watching the video. It's really cool. I think it's a really nice place to have a green ecosystem around it, and there's a lot of collectibles there to do, and I think so it's definitely a very interesting game that has a strong impact and a purpose with it, which is on Solana network. So I'm really excited. Actually, this is getting listed on the SwissBorg app, and shout out to the team as well. Salut les gars, j'espère que tout va bien. We have a lot of other different tokens, can't go into it, but there's some cool ones, and I'm very excited to have more and more a big category within the SwissBorg network. It's just that things goes very crazy, as you know. Shout out as well to 00, which is a decentralized high-performance connecting network. And this is as well on Solana, which is really good. So that's another great project that I'm looking forward to have. We have as well Moonwalk Fitness, which is, you guys have noticed that obviously decentralized networks are great. We know that GameFi is something that's really good too. And, the sweat to earn is a nice one too. Now, Galactica, we'll have a special episode on that, but the token launch went very well, which was very nice. We know what Galactica is. It's all about essentially being able to create identity on chain and how to get rewarded fairly for that. The price of the token is going well, which is exciting. And there's been already some tokens that have been on, you probably have received, which is really good. We'll have as well a 3-month cleanse, and that'll be 24-month linear vesting there. And for those who realize that the FDV was cut in two, for you guys to get twice as much as token, which is very important. And we'll have a great alpha opportunity with GNET staking, 40% that will start. This is a great way to get rewarded. And we're having a trading competition too. So essentially there is a price to win. You just need to essentially trade a GNET, which is very easy. Just make it happen, buy, sell, do whatever you want. And you could get, there's one pool to 1,500 in Borg, but you have a lot of different other pools. You have another 1,000, another 500, 50 actually at 100, 100 at 20. Just do it, guys. It's really worth it. There's not so many people doing it actually, so it's almost like very easy to participate and get rewarded fairly for that. And if it's looking you like, well, even better, right? Now let's talk about earn. We have 10% of staking on Sky, which is very nice, and this will be done in a fair way, which we have XBG as well staking, which is great. We have trading vaults. You guys know what trading vaults is. By the way, Pancake, the one of 2 weeks ago, was actually done within seconds. Like 1 week later, the people got out of it. That's probably the best way to earn like 60% or 50% within a week. Right now, this is going to be on Linear this time. It's the new blockchain layer 2 of consensus that's coming out. So it's happening with the SwissBorg app. A great way to trade the markets if you don't want to do the difficult part. Kyros, you guys have known Kyros. You're probably staking on Sol for that. This is a very interesting one. Kyros is coming to a new alpha deal on the October 9th. And what is Kyros? Essentially is a liquidity restaking protocol on Solana. What is very important is that, Jito today is doing restaking, and this is on top of it to enable to pass on and delegate the MAV rewards. So MAV is a great thing within the Solana ecosystem, is how to do arbitrage and how to essentially be able to front run essentially different people for different prices. And the thing about Jito here is, the thing about Kyros here is how to decentralize the rewards in a very fair way, so you get more rewarded, obviously adding a small amount of risk. But what is good is that you have Kyros doing this. Kyros has been very successful. It's raised over 40 million, 50 million today in TVL, which is great. This is, just to make things clear, this is a spin-off of SwissBorg. So obviously this is a big push for us, and we believe strongly in it. The TG is going to happen on October 13th, and it's going to be very, very small FTV to make sure that everyone gets rewarded in a seamless way. Here are the different deals that are going to happen. So now just makes things clear. If you have a rank, you will be able to get into these different vaults which have different prices, or they get essentially a different amount of money that you could actually be able to invest, right? So this is what is the most fair here. So based on what you have, you'll have different vaults. And obviously, the higher the vault you are, the most likely you could get to invest. Meetups with SwissBorg. We're having some cool ones a little bit everywhere, as always. Please scan the Telegram. There's a lot of cool vibes coming in different cities. And it's a lot of fun to have a lot of Borgers around Europe doing this. Borg and some updates. 350 was burned, which was very nice. The highest value as well, the rewards was obviously the yield you guys wanted, but you as well went for a burn, which is very nice. Borg staking lottery and the safety net too, which is nice. So 600,000 Borg actually was rewarded, which is very, very, very nice. You probably saw it on Twitter. It's really worth doing these Guardians, guys. It's the yield. It's a great way to get rewarded. Now Borg and some data, 36% total supply, which is fantastic. We have obviously a 23%, which is great. New ranks, not new premiums, 36,500. Borg and some activity. Things went a little bit crazy on Monday, but a lot to do with Latin America. But 1,800 though users new, which is great. 88 million volume, which is great. And we have inflows, outflows, so we learn that. More active users as we speak. Which brings us to the community index. Cast your score, guys. It's going to be high, low, high, low, high. Freaking super high. So this is great. Couldn't be better than that almost. So everything is green. You know what I mean? Green, green, green. Just need more Borg holders. But next week, we're going to have a lot of new Borg holders. So that's going to be on fire. And looking forward to more invitations too. Beautiful Borgers, living the dream, or living what we have worked so hard on, which is a dream for sure. Financial freedom is something that we should all fight for. We should get to there, and we should help others as well to get to there. That's very important as well, right? You always, do the best you can for yourself. Brace, but then you have to help the other people that are around you, people that you care for, and be able to all together have those green laser eyes. So much happening with the Borg, as you guys understood. This is a great way to, again, funnel people to climb this ladder and get to be where they're supposed to be and have the best view of their wealth and of their future. A lot of different other opportunities within SwissBorg, which is great, with Kyros and many other different projects too. The ecosystem is growing, it's building, getting more and more resilient and stronger as we speak. Obviously, more people coming in the SwissBorg app as well, which is fantastic. But I'm very, 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 glad that we're getting there. And all of this is thanks to you. It's thanks to you and you and you. So thank you so much. And as always, be healthy, be wealthy. Love our Borg and equity. Take care, guys. Much love. Bye.
Pow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, pow wow, yippee